February 14, 1943. Dawn breaks over the jagged ridges of the Jebel Chambi Mountains in western Tunisia, where the cold desert wind whips sand into swirling devils. In a makeshift command post dug into the rocky hillside, Italian General Giovanni Messe leans over a scarred map table, his uniform crisp despite the grit. Around him, his staff officers chuckle derisively, passing around grainy reconnaissance photos smuggled from Axis spies. "Look at this monstrosity," Messe sneers, jabbing a finger at the image of an American M3 Grant tank, its towering silhouette rising like a malformed beast, the 75mm gun jutting awkwardly from the hull, topped by a puny 37mm turret. "The Americans send us this? A barn on tracks. It'll be target practice for our Semovente assault guns." The laughter echoes in the dim lamplight, cigarettes glowing like fireflies. You can almost smell the acrid tobacco mixed with the metallic tang of gun oil, feel the false confidence thickening the air. These men, veterans of Mussolini's faltering empire, have seen their own M1340 tanks shredded by British Matildas in the Libyan sands. But this Lend-Lease abomination from across the Atlantic, with its high-profile begging for artillery fire, seems a joke. "The Yankees play at war," quips Colonel Giuseppe Lombardi, Messe's chief of staff, his voice dripping with Roman disdain. "Their Grant, named after some dead general, no doubt, will sink in the mud before it fires a shot. Rommel's panzers will dance around them like wolves on sheep." Yet beneath the mockery, a flicker of unease stirs. Reports from the front lines whisper of Allied convoys unloading these beasts in Bonn and Algiers, crates stamped with stars and stripes. The Axis hold on North Africa hangs by a thread. Rommel's Africa Corps stretched thin, supplies trickling through U-boat gauntlets. Messe straightens, his eyes narrowing. "Dismiss it if you will, but mark my words, if these grants reach the passes, we'll make them regret every rivet." The officers nod, but the photos linger on the table, a silent challenge. As the sun climbs, painting the desert gold, Axis patrols rev their engines. German Field Marshal Erwin Rommel, coordinating from his mobile headquarters near Sfax, shares the sentiment. His intelligence briefs mock the M3's design flaws, the limited traverse of that sponson-mounted 75mm, the exposed tracks vulnerable to mines. "The Americans are green, their machines as clumsy as their tactics," he tells his aides. Operation Spring Wind is set to launch, a blitz through the Faid Pass towards Spatla, aiming to shatter the untested U.S. Second Corps under Lieutenant General Lloyd Fredendall. Italian divisions, bolstered by German Tigers and Panzer IVs, will flank the assault. In the valleys below, dust clouds rise as the 10th Panzer Division rolls out, their sleek turrets swiveling with precision. Italian artillery crews load their 75-18 howitzers, smirking at the thought of toppling those American giants. But far to the west, in Allied staging areas near Tavessa, Major General Omar Bradley surveys his 1st Armored Division. The Grants stand in rows, their crews, farm boys from Iowa, mechanics from Detroit, clambering aboard with a mix of nerves and grit. "She's ugly, sure," one sergeant mutters, patting the hull, "but that 75mm packs a wallop." Bradley, ever the strategist, knows the mockery cuts both ways. He's seen the intel too. The Italians' outdated tanks, their morale cracking under endless retreats. The first clashes erupt at Sidi Bouzid, where American Combat Command A digs in. Grants rumble into position, their engines growling like chained dogs. Axis scouts spot them first, radioing back with glee. "Enemy armor sighted, high silhouettes, easy marks." Shells arc through the sky, exploding in fountains of earth. A Grant takes a hit, its track shredding, but another fires back, the 75mm booming with authority, splintering an Italian M1441 in a fireball. The Italians falter, their laughter turning to shouts. "Impossible," Lombardi barks over the radio. "How did it spot us?"
As the day wears on, Rommel's forces punch through, encircling American positions. Grant's burn in the wadis, their crews bailing out under machine gun fire. Yet not all is lost. Isolated tanks hold lines, their guns claiming Axis vehicles. Messe, monitoring from afar, feels the first twinge of doubt. They fight harder than expected, he admits to his staff. The pass looms ahead, a gateway to Allied supply dumps. But what if these dismissed machines rally? What if the mockery awakens a sleeping giant? The battle intensifies, smoke blotting the horizon. And then, as night falls, a revelation creeps in. The Grants aren't folding as predicted. Their armor shrugs off lighter Italian rounds, their firepower ripping through thin-skinned foes. Could this be the start of something worse?